What's going on, everyone? Moose here, Airguns of Michigan, and today we have the 30 cal AEA SF. I've got it set up right now in semi-automatic. We've got the Arken SH4 4-16 on top. This is the Gen 2. We've got a target down to 50 yards. We're going to shoot some semi-auto groups. I haven't done a ton of tuning. As a matter of fact, I've done no tuning to this gun. 100% straight out the box. Nothing done to it. I didn't mess with any. I have no idea how fast it's shooting. I just wanted to shoot it. We're shooting the JSB Diabolo Exact. These are in 44.75 30 cal pellets. And let's just see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. We've got our recording over there. We'll go ahead and start that right now. And let's just go ahead and see what we can't get for a basic shot group down here at 50 yards. Let's see, let me get my, there we go. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Alright, I might have to adjust my scope. There it goes. Let's go ahead and pull this back here. Let's see if we can get that more centered. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and dump one more magazine into it, and then we'll see about putting her back on bolt, and we'll go from there. Give me just a second. Alright, so listen, once again, for not doing any tuning, I have no idea how fast these things are going. My guess is probably somewhere in 700 feet per second, roughly. Regulator is set at about 2200 psi. We're down to about 3,800 psi in the bottle. So let's go ahead and let's set this back up. Let's hook this back and see if I can remember how to set this back to where it goes. There we go. Now we can set it back to bolt mode. Alright, good. Let's go ahead and load up a mag, and I think I might have to adjust my camera. Just give me 1 second here. No, I'm just going to go with the top circle on that center target, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shoot a magazine full at that on bolt action instead of semi, and see if it makes a difference. So I have no idea one way or the other if it will or won't. So we're just gonna see what happens. Like I said, I haven't done any tuning, but still not bad for a semi-auto with no tuning. Alright, let's go ahead and put this in there. Let's go ahead and release our mag there, and let's go ahead and put a couple down there at the top center. They're a bit outside. We do have some good wind, but it ain't that much wind. There it goes. So one thing that you'll notice, oh, there we go. Now she's shooting better. One thing I will say is these have been painted. I painted the skirts of all these, so I don't know if that's affecting flight. I would say maybe. I would say that it is, because those other shots are really grouping well. They're really grouping well, as you guys can see. So I think that, and not only that, but I will say that it's warm out, and I've noticed that some of my pellets are kind of stacked and stuck together and a little gooey when I pull them apart. Man, don't judge me. It's been a long time, and I had a good time doing that. No, that was it. So a couple of things I want to go over with the SF. So a very cool and innovative gun. I enjoy the fact that it is, oh, it's hot today, that it is semi and bolt. In order to actuate the bolt, you'll notice that there's this bolt catch release here. You actually have to push this back first and then engage the bolt. So you can kind of do it with two fingers, just kind of pull a little bit on the first and then just grab the bolt with your middle finger and then just kind of cock it back. Once it's cocked, I just let it pull itself back forward. The gun can be decocked as well, as you can see right there. In order to engage it into semi-automatic, what you do is you pull the bolt back, you hook it, there's a lever on the other side, you can see right here, it just says hook and release, and then what you can do is you actually come back here and you'll notice this little pivot triangle here. If you pull this down and move this lever back to semi and then let go, it keeps that bolt catch down, which makes it actuate semi-automatic, okay? And then if you want to put it back, you just simply push back on this, slide this back forward, and you'll notice that the bolt catch comes back up. Now it's back into bolt or single shot. Let's see, I did 3 magazines. So these are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots. So we had 9 shots. What does that say? Yeah, okay. So we had 9 shots. I shot it 3 times so far, and I'm at 3,000 psi. 2 of those were in semi, 1 was in bolt. So just for giggles, because I just want to see, I think that you can get roughly 3 or 4 magazines per fill. And keeping in mind too that I only filled this to 4,000 psi. My tank, even though, you know, I fill my tank to 4,500, it never seems to really put out 4,500. Just saying. You know, really, if you want to fill the gun to 4,500 psi, you really need to do it off of a compressor. Because even if you can get your tank to do it, let's say you overfill your tank, let's say you take it up to 5,000 psi, which, man, look, do that crap at your own risk. You know, it's capable, but it's only really going to do it once. So let's just see what we get here. Now, one thing I want to say is I see a lot of people just hitting this release and letting that thing go flying forward. I would highly recommend not doing that. Just simply put a little bit of back pressure, switch the release, and then let the bolt slide forward. It's just easier on the gun. You really don't want to break one of these components, or you're going to be sending it back to wherever you bought it from to get it resolved. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to shoot the buffalo down there. I don't think, you know what, let me go change the camera so that you guys can actually see the buffalo down there. We'll go ahead and zoom out, zoom in, pinch this down here. We're not going to be able to. I can't zoom out enough, guys. Oh well, you'll see a couple, but yeah, I can't zoom out enough on the old spotting scope to keep track of it. But Just have to trust me that I'm hitting what I say I'm hitting. You'll hear it anyway, so here we go. There's two. There's three. Oh, right over his head. I don't know where that one went. That was weird. Huh. Little sucker's evasive. Now back to Buffalo. I think that's going to be my last shot. Nope, I have one more in me. I don't think I got any more after that though. That was it. So, but either way, great gun. Honestly, I think matched with the Arken, this Arken does a really excellent job. 4:16 magnification, gives you a really wide field of view. I think this is a great backpacking gun for sure. You know, most of the AEAs, you know, are very, you know, compact, and this is the standard. So they have a compact version of this as well as a sniper version. I knew I wanted to shoot the 30 cal, and I feel like it is really kind of nice, to be honest with you. I think having the bigger tank is nice as opposed to the compact. It's got a little bit shorter tank and a little bit shorter barrel, obviously. You know, this is really compact. That, I mean, what is that? I don't know, 28 inches tops, and that's from the end of my scope to there. So yeah, I think that, yeah, I think the AEA had a great idea when they came up with this whole semi-auto auto mechanism. I think that it does just fine in the configuration it is. The other thing that I'm going to say is thank you, AEA, for adding this adapter out front. This is something that you don't see a lot. Most of the time those adapters are way back here, which changes our pivot point to way back here. Not that that's necessarily always a bad thing, but most of us are always trying to get our bottle further out. So having it out here is going to eliminate the need for a bottle clamp or some kind of other rail system that's far enough out that, you know, it gives me a good pivot point. And if you needed to come back further, you could certainly, you know, run this at more of an angle backwards or even out in the front. So there's lots of good stuff going on. This has got your AEA buttstock, collapsible buttstock, and I'm gonna say that this is one of the tighter of the group that I've seen that really does lock in there well. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even slap closed. You actually have to hit the button in order to get it to slap in there. But overall, well built. Shoots reliably. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. It's just been a pleasure to shoot. The other thing that I like is that the probes on these are now threaded on the SF, so it actually threads into the gun, so it's not going to fall out, which is cool because I like to leave my probes in my AEAs just so I'm always able to connect air to it and this and that, and having it threaded, great idea, great idea. So if you guys want to check these out, you know where to check them out, man. Check the description down below. But other than that, man, AEA SF and 30 cal, and it's been an absolute pleasure to shoot. So until next time, be good to each other, and God bless.